There's one point that we want to bring out, and that is sometimes with these leadership development programs, there are some assessments related to risk-taking or being a change agent, or maybe even being a visionary. I haven't seen very many of those. I've seen more of the risk-taking and the change management. There are sometimes assessments which determine if you're a big risk taker or not a big risk taker, or you're really open to change or not open to change. And unfortunately, most of the ones that we've seen are assessments that give a high, medium, low kind of score, and they leave people, the person themselves as well as other people about them, they leave impressions about them that they're better or worse in this arena.
Like if the leadership program said, well, we need more risk-taking, so who are the risk-takers in this group?
Right, exactly.
And who aren't the risk-takers? And,
exactly.
It's like, well, the risk-takers are the people who get to play, and everybody else has to be a cheerleader on the side or something.
And then sometimes even those projects, they take the big risk-takers, but those projects don't turn out successful because they don't have that balance. And they're not always able to engage everybody because they're not coming from different perspectives that will highly engage people.
And so what I see is that an assessment that rates people as high or low kind of goes contrary to this message that everyone takes risks, everyone can be a leader of change, everyone can think about the future and plan the future. And rather than including everyone and looking at their strengths, instead it puts some people on the pedestal and some in the basement.
Again, it makes that divide of those who are versus those who are not. It increases that divide, which if you are striving to enable innovation in everyday work.
Every person, every job, every day.
Especially being a leader to enable innovation, then it's not wise to engage in those kinds of assessments. We, again, as you know, take a strength-based approach. What we find is, first of all, let's find the strengths. Let's become aware of other ways of doing it, and let's also build some competencies and versatility for the other ways of doing it.
If there are assessments that give you, okay, here's some extra skills for enhancing how you take risks or how you lead change or how you think about the future, if it enhances skills, then they can be really constructive. But if they label you as high, medium, or low, again, they tend to suppress innovation. They tend to suppress the very thing that brings out, as you were saying, the innovative potential of every person.
One of the things we do all the time, and especially with maybe leadership consultants, is that we actually have them take their tools and their processes and their competencies, and we have them map them to the 4 styles to see do they have a nice balance of teaching the competencies for risk-taking, change, or thinking about the future. Do they have a nice mix? And if they don't, how might they be able to develop some tools and processes to make a much more balanced mixture among all the 4 styles?
So we hope that from this you really had a good feeling for how to build a strength-based program, one that brings out the best potential of every leader in these ways, and that can give you some ways to think even innovatively on your own about how you can take your leadership programs to the very next level.